What's up, SoTellus Time family? So exciting to be here with you. As you can see, if you watched last week's episode, I am back at the office doing the recording with Troy, which is so much fun to be in the office recording. If you're watching on this time, you can also see my backdrop is gone. My backdrop is missing. That's because we currently are doing some events.
Yeah.
We've been doing events. I haven't been going. When I say we, I mean Troy and Ron and Ron jumping back in where we need him. Poor guy's been retired and now we're making him go to events because of my back and all this. And Nick and the other guys have been doing events too. Nick's actually off to an event right now using my backdrop for that event. So it's very bright behind me. It's very bright here today. Today's going to be an awesome one as always. It's going to be a good one. Today we're going to be talking about short-term profits versus long-term loyalty. Short-term profits versus long-term loyalty. And it's a big deal. It's a game changer. It ruins businesses or it creates insane loyalty depending on which way you do it. So we're going to talk to you about not focusing on the short-term profits and creating the long-term loyalty. Yes?
Absolutely.
Okay. Let's jump in, Troy.
Yep. And real quick, I'm just going to put a disclaimer out there. You know, we all want profits. Mm-hmm. We want more profits, right? Mm-hmm. But there's a tipping point of when you just are, taking advantage of a situation and you're going to lose those customers.
Yes.
So we'll talk about that. So let's just think about short-term profits. If we think back to the pandemic, 2020, there was a whole lot of price gouging going on.
Yeah.
You had people hoarding toilet paper and selling it online. You had hand sanitizer bottles going for $40 a bottle.
Insane.
I remember reading an article about one person who drove to every store within 5 states in the very beginning and bought up all the hand sanitizer and then was selling it on eBay or something for ridiculous amounts of money.
Yeah.
Just totally taking advantage of everybody.
Yeah.
Masks was another one.
Yeah.
Bullets, that was another one. Ammo.
Gosh.
All of a sudden it was super expensive to buy anything.
Oh, I reload, and Troy knows this, right? Yep. So I reload 223, love it. It's awesome. I can reload all the components I've purchased. It's I reload for, I think it was 11 cents a round.
Wow.
And I know even right now, there's a problem with ammo. Right now, ammunition, 223 bullets are $1.50 a round.
Yeah.
And I can reload them for 11 cents because, of course, I bought all the components a long time ago.
Right. Exactly.
Crazy.
So that was back in 2020. Now 2021, we still have some things going on. Yeah. Prices are starting to come down, but if you remember for a while there, wood skyrocketed.
Yes.
There was a shortage of wood and it was insane to build anything, to try and do any construction projects.
I saw this article talking about how a 600 square foot deck or something made out of wood.
Yeah.
Something like that was $900 normally in cost to build.
Yeah.
That same deck was $3,500 because of the price of wood.
Right. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Concrete's another one that went way up, right? So, again, all these prices going up. And then here's the worst one. This one blows my mind. This actually happened to our sister. Mm-hmm. And then it happened to a friend of mine too. So she, negotiated a new vehicle, drove to the dealership, shows up, they hand her the paperwork, and it's $5,000 more than what they said it was going to be. And she's like, what the heck is this? And they're like, oh, it's the economy fee. And she's like, what is the economy fee? And well, with right now, there's a shortage of vehicles and chips that go in the vehicle. So we're charging a $5,000 economy fee. Yeah. And this is on top of MSRP.
full price. Yeah, on top of full price.
Yeah, and she's like, what are you talking about? That's crazy. And the guy's like, well, I mean, we're in a pandemic. So, we need to charge more money. And actually, her husband is a doctor.
Yep.
And she turned to him and she says, you know what? I'll tell you what. The next time you want to come and see my husband at the hospital, he'll charge you an extra $500 just to walk in the front door. Yeah. It's a pandemic fee. And she's like, that's ridiculous. And they ended up, and they weren't going to drop it at first.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay, cool. Here's my phone. I just found another van and I'll just go buy that one. They're not charging a economy fee. And then they dropped it and they're like, okay, fine, we'll give it to you. And that's where you go, okay, now the fact that you dropped it in 2 seconds means you're just trying to take advantage.
Well, our sister said to them, she said, you will regret this. You will regret this because guess what? We as consumers have a long memory.
Yes.
And we will remember this and we will not come back to you. You're just charging more money because you think you can.
Yeah.
Not because there's an actual need for it or you're just upcharging it.
Yeah, your costs haven't gone up for these cars. Nothing's changed other than you just want to, take more money.
Right.
Right. And there's also, Trevor, you mentioned there's like a tire shortage going on right now where prices for tires are going up. A construction, especially like we're in Arizona. And in Arizona, house prices are skyrocketing. And we're back to where they're doing lotteries, and
it's crazy.
You got to enter a lottery to hope to build, to win so that you can build a new house. And then the other thing that the construction companies are doing is they will do what they call these little sections where and the reason they do this is because by law, they can't increase the price once it's been published, unless it's in a different section. Yeah. So they'll do a section and it'll be, $300,000 for this house. But then 2 weeks later, they've sold out that first section. So they open the second section and now it's $330,000 for that exact same house in the exact same neighborhood, right? Has their cost gone up $30,000 in 2 weeks? No, absolutely not.
That's insane.
They're just taking advantage, right?
Yep.
So you compare that. I want you guys to think about that, right? Are you ever going to go back? Someone does that to you. Are you going to go back and use that company again?
No.
Absolutely not. They might. Most people aren't even going to give them their money. They're going to be like, nope, I'll find somebody else. The people that do give them their money are never going to use them again, and they're going to tell people how bad the experience was.
Well, in fact, actually, that just triggers something that happened to me. I wanted to get a mini split AC unit put into my garage.
Yes.
I have a garage where I do my reloading and it's all insulated. It's an awesome little garage. I keep all my toys in there and I spend time in there doing things. And so I wanted to put in Arizona, even in the wintertime, it's hot. It can get hot. So I wanted to put a mini split in. Well, my buddy down the road did the same thing. And his was $1,000 installed with the mini split and everything.
Wow.
So I called the same guy that actually lives in my neighborhood, and he came over to quote me on it and take a look. I already knew, okay, it's like going to be $1,000. No. Well, first off, he starts telling me about how he's building an RV garage and how this is ridiculous because the price of concrete is up, the price of framing is up, everything, wood, everything is up. The roofing, it's all up. And so, man, what would it cost me $80,000 is now costing me, $160,000. And he tells me that first. And then he's like, okay, so it'll be about $1,800 plus the warranty on it will be $2,200. And I'm going, that's double the price. First off, you just complained to me saying that all these guys are ripping you off for doubling the prices of everything. And then you turn around and literally try to do it to me.
Yeah.
So I just made a few phone calls, and guess what? I got it installed for $1,200. So it was $200 more than my neighbor, my buddy, but he did also get his about a year and a half earlier than I did. So again, still, I'm just like, dude, what a jerk. What's your deal? You just complained to me that everyone was doing this to you, and then you turned around and did it to me. How am I supposed to react?
Well, yeah, because he's got to pay $160,000.
Exactly. Now. That's exactly right. And I was like, get off my property.
All right. So you don't want to be that business owner, even though it might be tempting. It might be tempting to take advantage right now and get those short-term profits in your pocket, but don't be that business owner.
Yeah.
Instead, what you want to do is you want to create long-term loyalty with your customers.
Yes.
And I'll give you we'll talk about us for a little bit with our company, SoTellus. So if you look at what SoTellus does, our system, most of our competitors are charging $200 to $300 a month for their service. And their service does about 10% of what SoTellus does.
Yeah.
So, we're giving them 90% more in features and all these great things and then what our competitors are giving them. And they're charging 2 to 3 times what we charge, Right. So we've had so many people tell us, you should be charging $400 to $500 for SoTellus.
Absolutely.
Easily. In fact, Nick's at an event yesterday. The guy walked up. Nick showed him what the system did, handed him the form, and he's like, "You've got to be kidding me."
Yeah.
He goes, "I thought this would be $500."
Well, and this guy has one of our competitors, which he is going to cancel, and he's going to come to us, and that competitor charges for $300 to $400.
Yes.
And so when he looked at our pricing, he was like, no way. And this guy, and this isn't just one, this guy is in 12 states with multiple cities in each state. So this is going to be a huge hit to our competitor and a big gain for us. So it's not even like a little order. This is a big deal. And this is why we do what we do and why we do it the way we do it.
Exactly. Because could we charge $400 a month? Sure, we absolutely could.
Yeah.
But why don't we do that? That's the real question. And it's because literally, if we talk about the why of why we started this business and started doing SoTellus, is we created SoTellus to help small business owners be able to compete with the giants in their industry.
Yeah.
That mom and pop shop, that owner operator. They can't compete with the guy that has, his business in 12 states and is doing $50 million a year.
Right.
Right? It's just, they don't have the budget to compete. So we wanted to create something that would let them compete and be profitable and grow their business. So, that's what we did. We basically, and if we did raise our prices and charge $400 to $500 a month, we would actually exclude the entire customer base that we started out helping.
And
the whole
they
reason
are
we created
so loyal, which is what we're about to get to, but they are so loyal. And that's the key. Why did we thrive, and not just thrive, but literally grow? We didn't just, or I should say, we didn't just survive, right? A lot of businesses during 2020 went away for good, and big businesses went away for good. Some people survived it. We thrived through it. We grew through the pandemic.
Exactly.
This is why what we're about to talk about.
Because for us, it was providing a great service at the most affordable price that we could do. And we basically created a very loyal customer base that stays with us for years, right? Our average customer has been with us for years.
Yes.
We have customers that have been with us for decades.
Yes.
Right? And why are they with us? Because we don't price gouge them. We give them a great service at an affordable price, and that is why they want to stick with us. They have loyalty because we're being loyal to them.
Correct.
So, anything else you want to add, Trevor, to that?
That's perfect. That was awesome.
All right. So, create that loyalty. So, here's your homework, Trevor. What's the homework?
Well, you need to take a look at your business and take a look at your pricing. And what we're not saying here is don't increase your prices. There's a lot of companies out there that need to increase their prices, right?
Yeah.
And it's okay to increase your price. I remember a guru we used to work with all these years ago the first thing that when you joined his group, the first thing he would have you do is he would say, you need to raise your price. I don't care where you're at, wherever you're at, you need to raise your price. You need to do a price increase right now. And people struggled with that. And they were like, I don't know, will people pay it and this and that? But there are times to raise your prices. And then there are, just times that people are being scummy and sleazy, kind of like the automobile industry right now.
Right.
Kind of like the AC dude in my neighborhood. He probably listens. You're probably listening. You know what you did. So you need to look at your business and you need to evaluate where you're at in pricing right now and say, am I at a good price? am I taking advantage of people? Because you might make more money right away, but long term, it's going to hurt your business. Do you want to be in business for the next 20 years, or grow a business that you can sell because it continues to grow or whatever? Or do you want to be a one-hit wonder and overnight success, and then bam, just as fast as it came, it goes away?
Yeah.
I know I'm in for long term.
Yeah, and like you said, Trevor, you may look at your pricing and you may realize that, you know what, I'm actually charging too little.
Right.
My costs have gone up, and I haven't passed that on to my clients, and maybe you do need to raise your prices a little bit.
And that would be okay.
So it's something that you've got to be constantly evaluating. Where should I be at, and where am I going to create the most loyalty from my customers?
That's right. So you may stay where you're at. You may say, yeah, no, I'm great. No, I need to increase my prices. Or you may say, hey, yo, I'm the jerk. I'm that jerk right now that has raised my prices just because. Ha, ha, ha. Well, that's cool for right now.
Yeah.
But it will hurt you in the long run because people can tell your intentions.
Yes.
We have customers that have been with us for decades, like you said, because of the way we run our companies. They know they can trust us. They know we're not price gouging them. And we don't do price increases. We were just talking to a guy the other day, and a new guy came into one of our old affiliates, and he's taken over, and he's going, wait a minute. You guys haven't increased your prices in 20 years? No, we haven't increased our prices in 20 years. And so you may say, well, Troy, you need to look at your prices and you probably need to raise them. No, what it is I create additional value, and then I create new packages or upsells that people can purchase if they want it.
Right.
I don't force them into something. I don't price gouge them. I don't, raise, I'm not the freaking cable company.
No.
I hate you, cable company.
Yeah, honestly, in fact, I just thought of this, but I would say that in the last 30 days, I've received at least 5 emails from services that I use, recurring services, that have all sent me, hey, prices are going up next month. 5 different services that all are going, oh, I got to increase my price on you this month.
Yeah.
And I'm going, why?
Oh, totally. Like I got something from, I think it was Netflix. Isn't Netflix or Hulu? One of them.
Hulu just raised their prices.
Hulu's just raised their prices. And I turned to my wife and I said, I barely use Hulu. I'm going to cancel that crap.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm going to go with? I'm going to go with one of these other ones.
I'm canceling it too.
See? And that's the thing is, like, there's so many services out there now. Guess what? Your clients have options. They do. You don't have the monopoly, most likely. If you do, woo, that's
Congrats.
awesome. But congrats. Yeah, you don't need to listen to us. If you have the monopoly, you're doing fine. But there's Sling. There's all these different services now out there that provide all these different channels for me to watch. I can get rid of Hulu. So now that Hulu's increasing my price for no reason at all, I'm gone. They're gone.
That's really funny because let's just do the math real quick. So the potential just between the price increase of us was $2 more a month.
Yep.
But instead, Hulu's going to lose $24 a month.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and guess what? I had the bigger plan too. Yeah. I had the higher plan that allowed more devices. So they're going to lose. I think I'm like $18 a month, just me or something like that. They're going to lose. And so they wanted to raise me up to like 20 or something like that, or 18, 19, $20. And so, yeah. That sucks for you, dude. You guys, Troy and I talked about it years ago. We talked about, you could do this little price increase. And we're like, you know what? We'd never do that. It's not worth it because you'd end up losing customers and you wouldn't make up the difference.
No, because if you look, and again, talking about our business, if we look at the additional revenue that we have made by taking those same customers, keeping them at the price point they're at, but then providing additional services, adding SoTellus or other products that they can purchase because they trust us. We have made so much more revenue from our customers doing that versus just incrementally increasing that price.
And again, it's all about your intentions because we roll crap out all the time. We just rolled out SoTellus Chat. And it was free to all of our premium level customers. So all of our very loyal premium customers, they all got it for free. And a lot of our products, we do that. We roll out new things for free. We don't always do a price increase.
Yeah.
Now, maybe the ones that are on a different plan or a lower plan or something like that, this is going to cost us additional money to provide it to them. Well, yeah, when you're on that lower plan, it's costing us more money. We have to, if you want it, you can upgrade to it, but you don't have to take it.
Exactly.
It's not, like I said, it's not like Cox Cable who just freaking, you suck. Or the phone company,
Yep.
like, you suck. And, what happens is eventually they become obsolete because someone else comes out and crushes you. Yeah. And your customers are not loyal to you, because you were not loyal to them. All right, guys, that's it. Enough of my rants and raves for today. We are going to be next week at an event, so we'll probably be follow us on social media. Go to Instagram and look up SoTellus Time. That's SoTellus Time on Instagram. Facebook is SoTellus or SoTellus Time. YouTube is actually under SoTellus, but also can be found under SoTellus Time.
Yep.
So it's a little confusing because, SoTellus is the company, right? SoTellus Time is the podcast and everything. So we're usually found in most mediums under both. But follow us, go join it, like it, comment, engage with us. We love that. But we're going to be at an event next week. You'll be able to see all the behind the scenes and all the fun things that we're doing at these events as we're traveling around doing different things. And we will catch you guys next week on Tuesday morning, like every Tuesday morning, because we are very dedicated. If we're not going to be around, we pre-make these shows for you guys. We are very loyal, and it doesn't cost you a penny more, I promise. I'm not going to. In fact, you know what? I'm going to do a 100% increase from what you pay me right now to do SoTellus Time, which is still free. We'll see you guys next week on SoTellus Time. Have a great week, guys.